the global, something like he emphasized before.
Yeah, Alchemist dragons were cool.
There's an Urban Dictionary definition of interesting. It's not interesting.
Yes, yes.
Makes sense.
That's exactly what I don't want to have for this game. This game, I prefer to have the game of the immortal. VP, insanely difficult lineup to kill, great rotations with the SD to move, and of course Lil's Weaver is always the VP spice that you add to the pot. While IGV, they look like they're going to scale well. Is something different to the last game? Less lane presence? What do you think about IGV?
You know, they have Alchemist. Alchemist is sporting a 90% win rate.
Really?
Yep. He's the highest win rate at the Boston Major.
That's a
with
pretty
over 5
impressive
games
win rate.
Yep. He's been winning a ton, and a lot of teams just cannot stop him.
I wonder how many of those games that were over on Radiant, not on Dire. Like how many, like it's easy just to slip down when you're on the Radiant side and get that farm for the Alchemist. This time around though, IGV, you're gonna have to prepare a lot of farm with rotating supports of VP, throwing spanners in the works.
They are so scared, hiding behind their T1. They want to get a rune. They want to see where they are and then try and get a rune. So now they see a Shadow Demon, 4 heroes will run bottom. Q will stand up the hill to make sure no one's around. Nothing funny is going on. And
They protect the Alchemist, or they need the money. Keep Solo away from the rune and let the Alchemist get like his first like 3,000 gold or something from a rune. Obviously that's inflation.
But look at where they've placed the Observer Wards already on the Radiant side, or Radiant Observer Wards. They've blocked out this camp and they blocked out the pool camp with 2 Observer Wards. So that's 6 spawns that will not spawn.
That's a lot down. But for the moment, with it just being no one versus the Alchemist, and with that high ground observer ward for Sakata, like he's going to be able to see practically everything coming towards him in the mid lane. And with Dire observer ward down the bottom lane, in a place where it doesn't block up anything, but it sees a hell of a lot. So the second SD leaves the lane, there'll also be information for IGV. So even if their laning phase isn't as regenerative as game 1, they definitely have the vision to allow them to prepare and potentially counter the movements to VP.
Yep, and there's no smokes on the side of VP and no sentries on the top lane for IG Vitality. So all in all, early game should be kind of as we expect. This Night Stalker Bat Rider lane is very, very strong. Shadow Demon as a solo support cannot really deal with a bat, let alone a bat +1, but maybe that's where the Weaver comes in.
Look how much damage Burning is able to do.
Yeah.
Like, you combine it with just a Lunar Aura, even if it's just level 1. Pasha, a lot of life, a stout shield as well, but with the early point up in Glaive, Burning's just trying to zone out a very, very tanky Centaur.
I haven't seen them run the Weaver too much without the Drow Ranger, so I wonder how well Lil will do without much of the solo kill potential that he usually has.
He's normally still very successful with it. I was actually looking at those stats before the group stage even began, and in the last month, before the Boston Major actually happened, there was only 1 game where they actually combined the Drow and the Weaver out of the 3 they played, and all 3 games were success.
And
in July, that's a decent rune. With the pull over that's happening, he needs more support. Q doesn't really offer that as a level 1 Night Stalker during daytime.
They can kill the Shadow Demon. Oh, he's in a terrible position. They can actually. I thought he was going to try and block him on the cliff, but he has a sentry ward, so maybe has to be a little bit fearful.
At the moment, it's just leeching. The Saturn Blast actually hurting Solo, and you can see in July, he wants the SD. Lil's going to Shikuchi his way through. Q's already TPing away. But with the Firefly down, maybe in July can steal just a little bit of what's left of this stack.
Very important to have a TP right there. This is a lane that you just do not want to feed. They haven't been able to block either spawn, so the supports would get a lot if any of those heroes died.
Pasha's already abandoned. He's just gone jungle now as this Centaur. This is all the free space. So again, IGV gonna have a very farmed up Luna. How's the timing actually work for this? So you've got a very different game to what you had previously. How do you run this? if you're IGV? What's the sweet spot for the Luna?
I think it's just the same thing, except they have a much different hero in the mid lane. It's very similar to last game, right, with the Bat and the Luna, but this time the Timbersaw doesn't have to go in and fight. Like VP are way more forced to come onto IG Vitality's side of the map because of this Alchemist. There is some unfortunate things for them though. The camp that Angelai is taking out right now was a troll camp, and the Night Circle is trying to stack it, but that camp is very hard to stack if it's a troll camp, if you're a melee hero. So they weren't able to get too many stacks up on him. And of course, Burning now running to the jungle and be like, okay, this camp is blocked, this camp is blocked. Where do I actually stack now?
Yeah, can't stack anything. Middle lane, Sakata's about to be attacked on, and he's come too far over the river. This is a simple destruction to Centaur Stomp, but it should be the first blood for Virtus.Pro. Arrow will fly in perfectly. They get the Starfall off, and it will be no one that claims the first blood in the mid.
Yep, and VP welcomes the invitation to come on their side of the map and destroy the Alchemist. And no stacks for the Alchemist, and early death.
Not exactly what he wants for a kill, but it may just be enough anyway. The Beatles are down. Burning has to help get rid of that. So Angelai can survive, but no. Life Stealer moves over. Gets one, then overmoves into Q under the tier 1 tower. Virtus.Pro currently flawless on the kill board at 4-0. And let the Batrider have mid. Alchemist is still very happy to be inside the jungle. Now bottom lane as the instruction. Oh, okay. Well, it was nice until Burning gets initiated on. Solo doesn't die to the tower, just gets back to the other side of the tree.
Net worth by the Batrider.
They found Pasture out of position, so Angelai runs in. Flame Rage is going to keep him there. The lasso will be committed. Maybe they're worried about Stampede escape or something along those lines, but they get themselves a bit of a freebie thanks to the Observer Ward that saw everything just above the secret shop.
Like almost double the net worth of most people in the game. So it's no easy task, especially with their heroes, to take these illusions down and just not get burned down before you even start the fight. Mirana had already lost her Aegis.
As this Alchemist starts to get closer, or they find an opening, it's Weaver. Q, the dust will come, but Lil is on the run away from this fight. As the Alchemist gets 6-slotted, every single person from IGV, every time they get an Aegis, that's that new power spike. Maybe not so huge when you look at like a Batrider's lasso effect, but getting the vision out from the Night Stalker, the global silence upgrade, having Luna having so much more damage with that Eclipse without having to put herself at risk all the time. Bottom lane, well, that's a very quick death of Burning. No one and Weaver teaming up together and Burning too far out. Maybe thought he was still one.
Very easy kill. I wonder what Mirana is going to transition into next. Whether it's going to be like a Dagon EB build is pretty common, but I don't think it's particularly great at dealing with the Alchemist illusions, or perhaps a right-click build with Chrysalis, Butterfly, Maelstrom, one of those.
Would you go that way, or do you almost prefer like Magical Nuke, get rid of those Alch illusions nice and quick, keep your own up? Right now he's actually got the Void Stone on him.
Probably Magical Nuke, I think. I think even if he goes for a right-click build, they'll still lose out in the late game because of all the axe pulling. Alchemist actually going for a Blade Mail.
It works really nicely for this situation.
Yeah. They don't have the best burst. Maybe if they get an arrow on him, they can kill him.
He just turns on the Blade Mail. It's like, please fight me. Please Starfall.
I think the thing about the Alchemist too is he's like worried that they might lose the game right now. If they lose the game right now, then he can't save it for an AC, can't save it for a Shiva. So all he needs to do is, they scan out Ramses. He's around there. LGD, that's the very similar play. They were on Dire, they smoked up with the racks down and just smoked straight into their base. A very unexpected play, and Solo took that.
He thought he could defend it. 1 point Shadow Poison, pull the creep wave back, couple of illusions, it would have been enough to stall them.
Yeah, if they got that Luna kill, it would have been, VP would have been very happy with that, but this is why Batrider's such a top pick. Like the simple napalm on the Mirana, look at her turn, she's like, oh, I can't.
Oh, and then the vision appears. Fraction of a second too late.
The napalm just makes it so much harder for you to turn and cast your spells like that though. It's such a nuisance. It's kind of like getting mini stunned every time.
Gotta remember that vision range too. That was actually kind of disgusting.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you want to sacrifice your Alchemist life for that. That's the second consecutive fight that he's died, and Ramses will start on Roshan. They don't have the Weaver there for the minus armor, so it's going to go down a bit slower.
Are they anywhere nearby? Like IGV are a long way out.
They suspect it right now, but I think they're a little bit too far away. Weaver's already closing in, but Roshan's at 25% HP.
They have the smoke for extra movement speed, but it's too late. So the bugs all arrive, the arrow flies up, they understand what's going on, and then instantly Stampede over the hills, they want to get a kill. Pasha missing on the stop, IGV, they got some distance, Pasha doing some chip damage to Burning, but it's still not enough to find the kill. Everyone is out for IGV, Courier included.
If you think Firefly is good.
Stampede balance, boys.
Wow, I'm surprised they just didn't lose everyone. That's just not something that you think, oh, Roshan said, oh, wait, they're on top of our Ancients.
That's
already.
the 4-stamps you're talking about. You've got the 2 4-stamps plus the Hurricane Pike up and running. And you've got the Aghanim's, which has been gifted to the Night Stalker. So now there's the extra vision. The first Ags has been gifted. So with this vision from Q, they can see the stampeding targets running at them.
Super important. I think they would have just lost the silencer immediately on the back of the fight. So who do you give Ags next to?
It's got to be the Lunar upgrade, right? Like, you need more damage out of her.
Probably, but you also could use a control out from the Batrider.
The double lasso?
Yeah. That could be useful.
Well, for now, IGV will just take the useful kill of the Tier 2 tower on bot.
And disrupted the Luna because he knows that if he gets that off, he's just doing so much damage at the fight. And they were able to kill the Luna. They tank the Eclipse very, very easily. The Stampede actually just makes them almost unkillable so that Lifestealer can just straight run in on the Luna and have 100% uptime on her.
So this 5-man maneuver from IGV, we've seen it fail, and we know why it fails. What's the game plan? Is it split? Like, obviously, you got to survive this push to start with.
First, you force out a Luna buyback. Once you force out a Luna buyback, you try and kill her one more time, which I think can easily be done.
Well, VP, here they come in. They look at the range racks. Arrow flies in, Burning. Don't play a game of catch. Manages to dodge it with the bottom. Racks completely mopped up. VP started this whole shebang about 25 minutes ago, and now they have to get more. 40 seconds until Alchemist is up. Luna still not going to buy back. IGV, they're going to accept the casualty of 2 lanes rack. Thanks to Tier 2 tower up on top lane, VP can't go for much more unless they are thinking about going for Tier 4 towers. But no, they take the melee and they're going to retreat. This will balance out the lanes for them.
And I don't really know who has the lead right now. IG Vitality, Alchemist has been capped for quite some time now, and their cores are dying to this very, very farm Lifestealer, and they can still push out the lanes because of the Mirana, and they can tank in the team fight because of the Centaur. So that fight, there was a very good last step from the Batrider, but time lapse gets rid of one.
And the fact you actually had the instant buyback available for Pasha. Like, VP were ready. They knew what they had to sacrifice to win that fight.
And that was with the help of the Aegis. So I think they actually just need to straight kill the Shadow Demon at the start. Shadow Demon or Lassoing the Weaver would both be pretty good for them. If they can actually keep 2 heroes inside the lasso and burst them down with a BKB Eclipse, I think they can win the fight.
Well, right now they're looking for a kill. 4-man smoke maneuver. The Alchemist, the only one not invited to be involved, but he can BT into the lane. Maybe not so much when you got Mirana and Lifestealer illusions. Just, well, if you can't find an army of real people, send in the copies.
Yeah, now they use Moonlight Shadow, fully expecting a gank, and
is Cube walking in? He's got the Gem of True Sight. Remember, this is nighttime, so Q has the better vision. Sees Lil jumping out. Okay, someone's going to have to get rid of that Observer Ward.
Yeah, no one has a quality at this stage.
Well, there's a jump in. Solo once again gets it. And to get the copies of the Luna, they're bailing out with the Purge over on the Luna. The BKB will protect everything they threw at him, but that's the BKB down for Luna. Again, IGV forced to disengage VP with a better start to the team fight. Sitting, and the last zone, still not enough work. No one's dropping down low. They make more copies. Again, Solo with his footing into disruption, making more Lunas. But the front line, where's the damage? Luna's down. The Alchemist still surviving. The Weaver bugs making life difficult. Not to mention Randy's still on his tail. Abyssal by backup cooldown. Buyback is here. Mirana on the front lines with the acid spray. Dodging off with the Minotaur. Another stun. Finally Solo down. Solo's done it. Maybe he can bring down Randy. Yes, he can. A triple kill. Serve it up with G's. IGB wants to keep going. Look for the opening. They found another one. It's Mirana leaping away. But with all these deaths, no buyback available for the Centaur. It's there for the Lifestealer. Ramses will expend the pennies. They have to defend this top lane.
Oh my god, so Kata played so damn well that fight, just kiting at critical HP throughout the entirety and getting lifesteal to kill at the end. But with no buybacks on the table, Mega creeps within grasp.
But Zolo gets more confidence. He gets the confidence of the Alchemist. In July, hunting. He's got the lasso of Bubble. Jumps in. He found his target. It's the ST. The time lapse ends up saving him from the initiation. They have to keep doing more damage. This rack must fall. Where's the opening? With the stun, Randy is out. The Glaze is doing work. ST is down. No buyback available. The racks have fallen. It's not Megas. There's still range racks left in the mid as well as the bottom. IGV looking to remove that back of an Alchemist. Ramsey trying to numb him down with the E-Blade pop with the infestation. They find the kill, but Luna still up and fighting. They're focusing on Ramsey with a Glaze bouncing around. Lil waiting on the back line. Buyback is here. Alchemist to the front line. Paparazzi, hold it, take a picture. Will he get it? Lil, solo on line, running out. Q wants to finish him off. Almost found under the tower. He'll bring it down, but the Night Stalker sacrificed himself. Little as his buyback available. Now it's the Alchemist on the run. Paparazzi needs to make more space, but you've lost the Alchemist into the tree line with the BKB. Is there a TP? There isn't one. No life available. And no buybacks. IGV with only the Batrider as well as the Silencer alive. They're on the ropes for VP.
And it's not even Megas. That one range rack on the bottom and 100 seconds on both the heavy cores on IG Vitality.
But look at in July. He pushes in through the top lane. He's trying to get VP to look behind him.
He can't mega them himself.
He can't, but maybe there can be some defense. No one jumps in. There's your E-Blade pop. A quick push away. BT's available in July. He has to give up the ghost. He looks down at Lil, who's already knocking on the IGV well. And are they going? Yeah, they are. They're going for the